It's great to be back in Pakistan. As a cricket lover myself, I've always enjoyed my time in Pakistan as a player and obviously now as a coach. I mean, if you look at how Pakistani plays, you can see that there is plenty of talent. When you look at the Pakistani support, then you know that they've got lots of numbers of players that do play the sport. So when you have lots of numbers, it's easy to produce, to have talented players. And then obviously, it's a matter of producing, those talented players. So I always see a lot of talent in Pakistan, and as a cricket lover, I enjoy watching them play. Of course, one of my close friends comes to mind, Shoaib Akhtar. I played several games against him, Test and one day. Also, against Waka, against Wazim. Against Saklain, just to mention but a few. I was just talking to Rao, to Iftika just now. I played against him. Rashid Latif, Yunus Khan, Yusuf, plenty. Inzimam, there are plenty. Because I played so many, as you mentioned, I played so many matches against the Pakistani players. I think what has been outstanding for me, besides just the pure betting and obviously pure producing of spinners, is how an Asian country is consistently able to produce fast bowlers, under very good wickets. I mean, you look at the wickets even that we're practicing here with the age groups. The wickets are so good for betting, but Pakistan has managed to produce quick bowlers consistently, even up to date. First of all, it was very good for me to see how other age group players play, because I have coached age group players in England, I have coached age group players in Zimbabwe, I'm currently coaching age group players in Bangladesh, and now I wanted to see a different country, which was obviously here in Pakistan. And it's quite interesting to see that even fast bowlers at this age, at under 13, at under 16, at under 19, is still just the same as at international level. So that is quite outstanding for me. In terms of good basic balance on batting, bowling, and even fielding, it's quite exciting to watch. What comes easier, what I watch and when I'm watching, and what comes very easy when I watch, is obviously the batting and wicket keeping. So when you see something that is special, obviously it catches your eye. So even just yesterday, I was watching one boy who was able to hit the ball straight. I didn't ask his name, but he's able to hit the ball nice and straight and hard, which is what you want, kids at this age to be able to do. If they can show the full face of the bat, that is obviously an added advantage. However, I also, because I was a former wicket keeper, when I see someone who is natural at keeping, it obviously catches my eye, and I saw a boy who is exactly that yesterday. And when I was with the under-16s, I saw two boys who are very, very good and can easily climb the ranks that way. One obviously needs a bit of work, but there were three so far, three wicket keepers that are quite natural. My coaching style is slightly different to others. Like any coach will have a different coaching style. So my coaching style is, everyone is different in their way of keeping, in their way of betting. So I try to look at how to have a base of how they play, and you develop them without taking away their naturalness. So it's easier for me to do with the keepers because they are fewer in numbers. But it will be something that will be a little bit challenging when you're looking at betters, because there are a lot of betters. You will have to have a little bit more individualization in the coaching. So to answer your question, what I look at is I look at the base. And if the naturalness and the base is not so different, I leave it. But if there's a big difference, that's when I start talking about it. Because you never want to take away the naturalness of a player, especially if they're young. Pakistan will always have good cricket teams because there are lots of numbers, and not only numbers, but talented cricketers through the age groups and even going on to the national team. So they will always have a great team. For me, obviously, Baba is outstanding for me, because if you're giving, especially if you're coaching youngsters, and you want to mention one of the names of someone you can imitate because of his pure technique, that would be Baba. You've got Rizwan, who is being a wicket keeper, you've got to be excited by Rizwan. But in terms of the players that will be able to perform, anyone in the Pakistani team will be able to win a match because they are that good. But I mentioned those two because one is very talented, pure class in talented batting, and the other one, obviously, I'm biased because I'm a wicket keeper myself.